Bless the Lord on my soul and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. I wanted to say this here. I love it when I get downloads from God. I call it downloads. But I was just listening, and then I heard that the woman, a righteous woman, not any woman, but a righteous woman, a woman, even a man that don't sleep around all over the place. But say for instance, you're married, you got your husband, you got husband and wife. The important part of that is that woman, but the man still have to be. I'm gonna use the word holy. When I say holy, that means clean, not sleeping around, but married to that woman. That woman is that wealth. One of the things that people can understand. Remember, the Bible said, "A man that findeth a wife." It didn't say a whore. He said, "A man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor with God." Y'all follow me with this one. He said, "A man that findeth a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor with God." So when you look back at your life and you decide to go outside of your marriage, but you have a wife that's saved, that's serving God, have a relationship with God, and you go outside that marriage, but you still with that woman, you prosper. When that woman leaves, everything begin to fall apart. Because you know what? Because the goal is in that woman. That woman that don't sleep around. That woman that wait on God. The woman that cover her home, cover her children. I'm talking in prayer. But if that man followed that woman, see, y'all got it wrong because y'all thinking, okay, we're going to just man ahead of the woman. No, when I say follow, I'm not talking about you, the woman walking ahead of the man. You walk side by side. But when I say follow, that woman, God give a woman a lot of instructions, and men don't like to listen because, see, God will give her the map because, see, a lot of times men be so busy doing other things, working and every other thing they be doing around the home or whatever. And woman, she still does what she needs to do, but then she get these downloads from God, and God tell her, go this way, do this or do that, do it this way. But see, a lot of men don't want to listen because they don't want to listen to their wives, but they'll listen to other people outside of their wife, other women, other men, other people. And this is how a lot of people get off with God. They'll feel like, once they get out there cheating and all kind of stuff, they feel like, God will let them think they doing something. But see, still the wealth was coming from that woman. It wasn't coming from that man because that man was all dried up. That man ain't have nothing to give because he stepped outside. But I'm just trying to show y'all the value in that woman. What they say? Oh, but no, 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 no. The man, like I said, it's the woman. He said, because a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, obtain favor with the Lord. And when you get out there, you sleeping around doing all this stuff, having seeds, all children all outside your marriage and stuff, you curse yourself and those kids you had outside and the women that you slept with, or men you slept with, or you're not supposed to be doing that. And this is the thing a lot of people don't understand. You cannot do that. Then things start, let me tell you, especially when you start crossing lines like, sleeping with family members or sleeping with your family, their family members, all kind of stuff, they friends and all kind of stuff, or people that's supposed to be their friend. You curse yourself. And then people wonder why they have sickness in their body. You have sickness in your body because you done crossed over in all kind of ungodly stuff that you're not even supposed to be doing. And and then you easily manipulated by, say for instance, I'm gonna use a man. Then you easily manipulated by other women because you don't want to listen to your wife and you listen to other women, which is leading you wrong. Because number one, you know it's wrong to have sex outside your marriage, or even have a conversation outside your marriage that in what you call what a personal. To be outside your marriage talking about your wife, that's another strike. But all that stuff that you did and said, and then you look back, because number one, good morning. Number one, to get things the right way, the God's way, you have to live right. You can't live any kind of way. You know what I mean? It's the thing about what people don't understand is you have to live right. You can't, a lot of people like to scheme and scam. I'm not, no, that's not the way to get anything. Eventually, that's going to fall down. That's going to crumble on you because it wasn't built on a solid foundation. I hope you all having a beautiful morning. I wanted to talk about, mainly about people on this. This is the part when I hear somebody say something is boring. It's boring to you because you don't have no wisdom. You don't have no knowledge and no understanding, that you're very ignorant. Because you're not even getting anything because you still in the matrix, in other words. When you still in the matrix, you're not going to what I'm saying. What I'm saying about living a wholesome life, not drinking alcohol, not smoking cigarettes or weed or whatever, not on drugs, pharmaceuticals. These are all spirits. People want to sleep around. No, you don't just sleep around because people don't understand. Your body is a gateway. And whatever you allow in that gateway is in there. That's why it's so important to keep your body and not sleep around with different people. And a lot of people don't understand that. What I'm doing, I'm trying to help people understand so they can build their wealth. It's important, that you be with one man or one woman. You don't be all over the place sleeping with different people because what you're doing, you're not going to end up with nothing. You got to hold yourself and wait. You got a wife, put that in a husband, put everything into that person. Because in order for you to build wealth, that wealth going to come when you're doing what's right. That's why I go back to say a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor with God. Because a lot of people don't want to understand that. You attain favor automatically because you're doing what's right. And this is why I said, don't, that woman is that gateway to your wealth. And that's the one thing y'all don't, people don't get it. You can't do it. You can't sleep all up to stay with that one person. If that person, God gave you that person, you stay with that person. When you go through things, you talk about it. If you feeling things, well, hey, I feel, it's okay. This is what people don't understand. If somebody, you're in a relationship, somebody, you hurt my feelings, okay, tell them, hey, that hurts my feelings. This is how you build a relationship. You can talk about things. Because a lot of times people don't talk about anything and then the relationship break down because they want to set up and talk to other people. Nobody can give you advice about your marriage. When I say that, if you setting up going to get advice from somebody, their marriage all jacked up. But see, you don't know it because you don't have discernment to know that their marriage is jacked up. I can meet you the first time, you and your husband and wife, and I know you is jacked up. I know y'all living one thing and saying another because that's called discernment. But I just wanted to say that because, drop that and come back and listen to this, y'all. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for y'all for coming in. Like when you come in and join my channel because I am going to be dropping things. Because what it's going to do is going to help your relationship. It'll build a solid foundation in a relationship. Because a lot of times people don't understand why their own relationship broke down is because they was doing other things they shouldn't have been doing. Or saying things to other people they shouldn't have been saying, which blocked them, from getting what they would have had. Where people, what you see, well, another person can't see, but you can see where you're supposed to be at. financially in a relationship, but you're not there because if you dealing with somebody with a what they call a poor poverty mindset. When I say poverty mindset, people don't understand. I see people, okay, say for instance, you take your money, all you do is buy these products. You know what I say, products, Gucci and stuff like that. See, I'm not into products, so I don't know Michael Kors. I think one time I was in Florida, I saw this handbag for like $2,000. Well, I'm not paying $2,000 on a handbag. That doesn't even make common sense. You know, you gotta have wisdom on how to spend your money, how to build. You know, the thing is, you paying $2,000 for a bag. Well, heck, you could all that money you paying it out on clothes. You could have bought a property and renting that property out as an Airbnb because a lot of times people rent. You know, they rent their houses by the month, but an Airbnb is more profitable because you renting that out every week. And when you realize, okay, I can make $2,000 in 1 week, that's $8,000 a month. Besides, you renting out something for $2,500 a month. You get a good location. You get that good location. You want to make sure you're in a location where, you know, a lot of people like to rent out homes. When I say rent out homes, or a lot of people, places like Dallas or Atlanta, where they always having some type of event. Houston, where you can end up renting out the Airbnb. Get close to a college, or you know when college have college events, or a convention center. You want to get closer to those places because that way you can rent out your place. You know, I remember, never forget, my grandson graduated, and we went for Radford, I think, Virginia. And we stayed in an Airbnb. A lady, that was her home she actually lived in. But what she did, she rented it out. And when she rented it out, she was out of town because she rented it out during the graduation. When big events, she would rent it out during those events. But that was her home she was living in. So I was like, well, that was wise, you know. Um, say for instance you have a 4 bedroom house. Well, say your bedroom. I'm not gonna rent out my bedroom. Lock your bedroom door. Put a lock on it, and advertise that 3 bedroom. And put stipulation. About that bedroom. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to give people a little understanding. Way they can make money because sometimes people spend money wastefully. I was talking about people buying a whole lot. Spend a whole lot of money for a purse, $3,000, $2,000 for a purse. That money you could save and put into your own Airbnb in a location that you can rent it out. Put it near a casino. People comes to the casino all the time. Well, you could rent out because I remember what I think a couple of months ago I went to the casino with my sister. They have nice places you can set up and that eat. They like to play on the machines. I like to watch them. Because I don't know that much about the machines. So the lady I was talking to, when I'm there, with them, I talk to different people that come through, make up conversations and stuff. So the lady was telling me she was living at Airbnb. And I was like, wow, that's a good way to make money off of Airbnb. You got to think about tomorrow. You just can't spend up everything for one, because I noticed, people so caught up in, and I'm looking at people that been, that's in their 60s and 70s, and they don't have anything because they didn't take what they had and used it. They did everything recklessly. Why would I be with somebody, all they do is spend a bunch of money on this or that trying to impress other people rather than putting what they need to put into their own home. Build it in their own home instead of building outside their home. Those are ignorant people do stuff like that. They don't have no understanding. You want to build your own home, not build outside your home, where you can have. And, and I am grateful for what I've learned because I said that. Had I moved and did what I was planning on doing because of the type of person I was married to, I'm married to, it was impossible because of the poverty mindset. The poverty mindset, oh, I want to get a Corvette. Oh, I want to get this, nice boat, but yet you don't even have foundation. They don't build foundation because they're not solid in their mind. They too busy trying to impress other people. Whatever you do, don't get in a relationship with somebody that's trying to impress everybody else. You don't, it's not about impressing everybody else. If you got a husband, wife, or girlfriend, you should be impressing them, but do it with a whole heart, not being phony, but with your whole heart. But listen, I'm not gonna be on here long. I just wanted to drop that out here and to encourage you all. Listen, don't give your body away, because your body is very important. Your body is where your prosperity lies, and a lot of people don't know that. So you all be careful with that, because I want to see people prosper. This is why a lot of people not prospering. They have this slavery poverty mindset. But I'm here to elevate your mind to the next level. And as we going through this here, I'm gonna begin to share things. I will begin to go live, but I have to wait till I get all the rest of my crew together. Once I get the rest of my crew together, I have to have a people that can keep up my YouTube channel, my different channels. We're gonna move over from this channel to another one. Be a separate channel from the other one. The other channel gonna be a channel that's gonna, oh my God, it's gonna stay on this one now. Y'all have to stay on this one. So when we go from this one to the next one, but we're gonna still, I'm gonna link both one to the other one so you can know, because we want to create something different on the other YouTube video. What it's gonna do on the other YouTube video and this one as well, it's gonna help you build wealth. I mean real spirit. I mean, when I say wealth, I mean real. I'm talking about real money. That's gonna teach you how to take that money and make that money grow. You don't have to do scams and stuff like that to make money grow. And this is where people get off at, with all this scamming, and that's never gonna work. It's not gonna last for so long, and then it's gonna fall down, and then you're gonna end up in jail and prison for crazy stuff. And I don't want to, I don't teach people to do that. But listen, what I want to do, I want to thank you all for coming in. Please like and join my channel, because like I've been telling, I'm trying to get 1,000, over 1,000 subscribers. So I want to at least have it by December. I'm sure it'll be before December. But I wanted to do a big giveaway, not a small one, a big giveaway. So if you all can get in early, that you all already be on the channel, and make sure you put your notification on. So when I go live, you'll know it. And then I'm going to let y'all know way ahead of time, because I still got to get a lot of things I have to get in order before we can, even I'm going to end up working on a website. We haven't put the website together like we want it yet. But it'll be also a website, with a lot of information. You all be able to come on there and get information. And I do have a master's degree. I do have a doctor's degree. I have all the degrees you go to college for. I have them all. And what I'm speaking from is experience, not, just speaking. Because a lot of people speak with no experience, but I do have that experience behind me. But I do want to say, stay focused and elevate your thinking. I had to do that myself in life as a whole, in my personal life, as well as everything around me. And I'm grateful, because it brought me to a place where I'm at now, and it's wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. But listen, you all have to do today.